We are going to learn about commas and review what we've already learned. First way to use a comma is commas in a list. For example, I want to go to the park, comma, the store, comma, and my baseball game. We also can use them when we describe something with like a list of adjectives, like Ava drew a colorful, comma, detailed picture of a dragon. Or Anna drew a unique, comma, creative picture. It's kind of like a list of adjectives. The funny thing is you don't always need those commas. Do you see where in this bottom example, it says this was Ava's third beautiful drawing. Those two words are acting differently, so we don't need a comma. We also need a comma when we use direct address. It helps you to know when you're a reader that someone is being spoken to. For example, Noah, comma, do you like the Saints? That lets the reader know that you are speaking directly to Noah. Or, do I have to take the quiz, Miss Munich? That person is speaking directly to me. Joining two independent clauses to make a compound sentence. We learned our coordinating conjunctions. There's two ways to remember them. Fanboys, or my class learned a little song, and, or, but, for, so, nor, yet. Can you say it with me? And, or, but, for, so, nor, yet. If we find one of those 7 words, put your finger on it. So like in this first sentence, put your finger on the but. Yes, that's what I said. Put your finger on the but. I want to go back to school. Is that a sentence all by itself? Yep. We cannot go back yet. Is that a sentence all by itself? Yep. Then you know you have two independent sentences joined. That's a compound sentence. So the little rule is comma, conjunction, compound. Comma, conjunction, compound. And there's another example of using and. Put your finger on and. My students are doing well. Is that a sentence? Yep. They are learning on a computer. Is that a sentence? Yep. And join it by a comma conjunction, comma, conjunction, compound. So we use commas in compound sentences. We also use commas when we start with a prepositional phrase. Prepositions are words that show time and place. And they're the little words like in, after, and during in my examples. Another way you can check for them is Snoopy flew blank the cloud. What words fit in that sentence? Over, under, around, in, through, above. Yep, all those would work, and all those are prepositions. So when you start with a prepositional phrase like in the morning, comma, I ate breakfast. After school, comma, I walked the dog. Prepositional phrases have this preposition right here, and then they have a noun, like morning, school, or day. Another example might be around the block. I rode my bike around the block. That's when you have a preposition at the end of a sentence, and it does not need a comma there, just when it starts a sentence. Interjections. Wow, comma, that is great. Oh, I forgot to do that. No, I don't eat worms. Yes, I would like to do more. I'm ready. So when you start with something like no, yes, oh, wow, or another one, hey, did you do your work? You need a comma. And then this one is adverb clauses. Some of you may not have learned this yet, but adverb clauses are what help make a compound sentence. You might recognize it. We learned it with an adverb clause has something called a subordinating conjunction, and it's words like this. An adverb clause has these words: before, after, as, though, until, why, less than, because, since, so, that, as, so, even though, unless, and although. So there you see one, even though. Even though I make my breakfast. Is that a sentence all by itself? No. But is I make my breakfast a sentence? Yep. Has a subject, has a verb. And that's what makes a clause. Clauses have their own subject and their own verb, but adverb clauses aren't in sentences on their own. So even though I make my breakfast, comma, my kids still do not like to wake up early. So kind of think of it when you're looking for a complex sentence and where to put the comma. Where do the two ideas stop and start? First idea, I make breakfast. Second idea, my kids still don't want to get up. Another example, when Landon threw the ball, Landon throwing the ball, is that an idea? Yeah. The crowd cheered. Another idea. So that's where that comma goes. If you want to dance, you want to dance. Is that an idea? Mm-hmm. You should take some lessons. So that's kind of how you can tell where the comma goes in a complex sentence. And since we began online school, comma, I have learned a lot about technology. That is definitely two ideas. Now, oops. Now go take, there should be a link here, so hopefully you'll see that. If not, it's on the assignments page to go take the quiz. I'm still learning how to do this Screencast-O-Matic thing. Have a good day.